YouTube. What's up, fellas? Ferocious Mgtow here. And I'm rolling. I am in the Hoosier State. Headed south. I'm doing a regional run. And the goal is to get back to Chi-Town today and load tomorrow, going to Pasadena, is it? Somewhere in Texas. I ain't got the paperwork. I don't have the paperwork yet, so whenever I get the paperwork, I'll know exactly where I'm going. But I'm on a night shift, as y'all can see. Really nobody out here but me. At least going south right now, which is fine with me. I said, well, let me take the opportunity because it keeps my brain moving to talk to you fellas while I'm driving. So I waited probably halfway. I done got maybe halfway to my destination. I figured I'd turn it on now. Help me get the other halfway, the rest of the way, I should say. But I just wanted to turn it on and just start talking. Y'all know how I do. No script, no teleprompter, no notes, no nothing. Just kind of combine stories. I see some of my favorite YouTubers talk about certain subjects. Shut your ass up, lady. They just kind of combine subjects. Some of the things they said, some of the things I think, some of my experience, some of my friends' experiences, family members, just people I done met along this journey that we call life. So what I wanted to start off with was the fact that I noticed something. I don't know if you guys notice it, but I'm starting to get more looks. I'm starting to get more women to speak to me. I'm starting to get more women trying to start a conversation with me. And so I'm almost shocked when I run across one of them that's trying to get my attention. I almost feel offended in a certain kind of way, because today I went into the truck stop and forgot what I went in. I think I went in there to get some iced tea. And I'm in line. I paid for my tea. And I got the Arizona. So those cans used at the truck stop, there's a sink over by the coffee area. So I would always go to that sink and wash the top of my can off and wipe it dry with a towel or a napkin or a paper towel. That way, you know, it's clean. So I did that, and I'm getting ready to walk out, and the girl closest to the door that was on the register, she wasn't the one that waited on me though. This was a different lady. And as soon as I touched the door, she said, "You make sure you have a good night." And I turned around and looked at her, and she was waiting on a customer, but she was looking at me. I'm looking at her now. So I looked down at her butt, and her butt was mediocre, you know. And I said, "Yeah, you do the same, right?" And I walked out. And I'm thinking like that. I felt that energy from her that apparently she was interested in me. She looked young. She's about maybe 25. You know, but I had my mask on, you know, my little tight t-shirt, so she probably think I'm a young dude. She probably can't tell the fact that the mask kind of hide my gray and my beard. And I had a hat on, so you can't see my bald head. So she probably think I'm just slightly older than her, probably. That's what she probably think. Not knowing that I'm old enough to be your daddy, you know, but hey, that's how I like him anyway. But nah, she had black and blonde hair. Like, nah, I'll pass. But I felt that energy from her, that she was interested. So I got in my vehicle and went on to the gym. Then I left there and I went to a store that we have called Aldi's because I wanted to get some kale. Walmart was out of it, so I went to Aldi's to get some kale. And there was a cute VW working the register in there. And I always keep my headphones on, listening to music, so that way I don't have to engage them. I can kind of be in my own world, and it's a beautiful distraction. So you don't have to worry about what they're thinking, how they, you know, things they're saying. You ain't got to worry about nothing if you got your music in there, because it takes your mind, you know, it helps your mind go other places. So I walk up to the register. I got my kale. I had some cashews. And what else did I have? I had something else. What else did I have? Something. I can't remember what else I had. I had 3 items. I remember that. Oh, I know what I had. I had some sliced pineapple. Okay. So I grabbed a little cardboard box, put them in there, walked up there to the register. Cute BW, young, like she about 23, something like that. She say, you know, hello, how you doing, real enthusiastically, right? But because I had my earphones in and was listening to music, I didn't hear a word she said. But when I'm putting the things on the counter, she ringing them up. I happen to look up at her face. Her face was all balled up. So I'm like, okay, I could tell she was something wasn't right, you know. So I pulled one of the earphones back, and I was like, "Did you say something?" She was like, "Yeah, I said, how's your day going today?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I said, "It's going wonderful, especially now that I got me some kale." And she was like, "Okay, that's cool." You know what I mean? And I put them back on, paid for my stuff, and left. But I could see that woman looked me up and down. I could see her eyes, you know? I could see her eyes. You know, I got my little sports watch on. They got a couple diamonds in it. I got my chain fixed because it was broke. I don't know if I had told you all. I had broke it working out. And I had took it to the driller to get fixed. So I got it fixed. So I got diamonds in my what I guess it's the charm is what it's called. So I could feel her eyes looking me up and down. Now she was a cute one. Now her, I could have done. She had a big old booty, cute face, no weave in her hair, like she didn't have no makeup on. But I wasn't really looking that hard, so I really didn't, you know, I I don't be thinking like no more. I just be doing me, you know. But what I'm noticing is, I guess they're probably thinking that this corona is like the real deal, and that they see an able-bodied man that look like he's doing okay for himself. They're probably thinking maybe we need to start snatching some of these guys up, because if this thing get any worse, you know, we out here on our own, and we've been talking about this independent, strong, we don't need nobody, and we all know that that's a trope. It's a lie. It's a lie that they tell us, but secretly they know they need us. You know what I mean? They know they need us. So guys need to beware, because these women are not coming back because they genuinely see the error of their ways and realize that with the help of the state, y'all have ruined families. The nuclear family has been basically destroyed. It's still functioning on life support in some communities, but in the black community, it's dead. Literally dead. And the BWs and the state, i.e. federal, state, all the government bodies are at fault here. So now that they want to come back, but that's what I'm getting from this. 2 women in the same day? Yeah, this is a trend. Okay? And so I'm trying to think like what's the angle? And I'm thinking the angle must be either they don't have kids, but I couldn't really tell. They were both slim thick, with no stomach, so I couldn't really tell, which is amazing to me. But they were young, so that's why they don't have the mom bod yet. They don't have the mom bod. So I don't know if they didn't have kids and they looking to lock down a high value dude, pump out a hostage, and then that would be some type of security for them. Or they already got one hostage by a deadbeat, or a dude who done passed away, or a dude that's in jail, or some dude that they don't know who the daddy is, or some dude that just broke the hell out, went to a different country or whatever, went to another state, and they just all on their own taking care of a hostage, and they need help. So maybe this is the angle. They'll get with a high-powered dude or high-value type of guy, pump out a hostage. So this is give them security. So I think that is more the angle. Because to have 2 BWs in the same day, within a few hours of each other, both kind of go overboard to speak. This is like an anomaly. I gotta slow down here. Let me see. Hold on, guys. I say okay. 45 when lights are flashing. They're not flashing, so I can stay at 60. But okay. So I'm thinking that's what the angle is, because it's not genuine. I know better. You know what I mean? It's not genuine. Because pre-COVID, I didn't see this behavior really, not consistently. So I think this is the hustle. Like, let me Let us who don't have kids or have one kid get with a guy that we think that's high value and pump out another hostage so we can secure the bag, level up, and then keep it moving. That's what I think is happening. Now I could be wrong, but that's what I think the angle is. Because I am noticing more and more of them are starting to speak because I don't speak. And the fact that they're speaking to me, and it's with a smile and all that, eye contact, yeah, some ain't right about that. You think I'm a fool, huh? You think FM is a fool, a damn fool, huh? Okay. I ain't no damn fool. What was it, BBD? Yeah, BBD said, don't believe a big butt and a smile. Yeah, you can't fool me no more. Can't fool me no more. So guys, I think we need to be a little bit more careful. I think these women finna pull out a new version of the baby hustle. Yeah, I think that's what it is. They see guys still working, guys still making money. And the fact that all this Mgtow and all this feminist elbowing the fact that all sex is considered, you know, the R with an 8 word. So you got all these women that's supposedly scared of me, and now I've been hearing that a lot. But now all of a sudden they starting to speak and eye contact and they smiling too. Oh yeah, something ain't right. Something ain't right. I smell a hoax. Okay? So I'm sure you guys is out here doing your thing, making your bread. You're gonna start seeing some of these same trends. So now we can start chopping it up and letting guys know, like, hey, they finna come back to the table, but it ain't genuine. They coming back with the hopes of a new version of the baby hustle. I think that's exactly what it is. So I don't know. Maybe a lot of guys, probably if you're not super red pill, you might want to avoid and don't fall in the trap. Now me, I've been red pill a long time, so I might get indulged and then get ghosts. You know what I mean? But I'm always gonna use protection because you gotta protect yourself from all the various deceptions. And I've been doing really well at protecting myself. Very well. And then switching to another topic, I just looked at a video by Minister Jap from Chi-Town. Shout out to Minister Jap. I'm gonna have to meet up with that brother one day. We're in the same city. I think he on the south side, I'm on the west side. But it is what it is, because I be out west. I mean, I be out south all the time anyway. But he was talking about a video. I was looking at the date on it. It was about a month ago. How the BWs snatch is cursed. And I tend to want to agree because he said it was because of all of the countless abortions, which is true because I know even back in the just in my spirit, and then also back in the day, you know, I had a girlfriend pre-COVID, and I stopped talking to her because I found out she had an abortion. But she was over there. She was over in Africa. Beautiful spirit. At least that's what I was thinking. And the fact she didn't have no kids, she was 30. And when I go over there, she would treat me like a king. Had a little apartment with her over there. Apartments over there basically cheap as hell, so it wasn't much, but it was nice. And I never asked her, hey, you're 30 years old. Why you know? She was always pushing for a baby. Pushing for a baby. I'm like, nah, we're gonna have to enjoy each other first. We ain't finna just start pumping our baby. We ain't even married, none of that stuff. We ain't talked about marriage, you know, none of that stuff. So we ain't pumping out no babies. You can scratch that idea. And of course, she was trying to secure the bag because, hey, I'm a high value man. I'm coming from America to Africa. She never been outside of Africa. So, of course she gonna want a baby with me. I ain't stupid, I know that. But I always protect myself from all deceptions. So one day we're just talking, and I just got her talking and laughing and joking, and we're just having a jolly old time on the phone. And I did one of the misdirection questions on her. We're talking about one thing, you know, like sailboats or swimming or snorkeling or whatever, eating fruit off a tree, whatever we were talking about. And I just switched to, hey, you ain't never had no abortions, have you? And the phone was quiet. Yeah, the phone was really quiet. And so I didn't break the silence because I knew the fact why I was silent. And I let her break the silence. And she said, begrudgingly, yes, I have. And I was like, do you care to share what happened? And the fact that I approached it with that type of language, it made it seem like it was okay. It wasn't though, but I made it seem like it was okay. Just by the way I said that. And she basically told me that, you know, she got with a guy, he wasn't serious. And pretty much he was gonna leave her stuck with the baby, and she only has a 10th grade education, no skills. What's she gonna do with a baby? Basically, is what she said. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. And I kept on, you know, I talked right on past it. We got off of it and went to something else. And I guess she thought it was over with, but it wasn't over with. Because in my mind, I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to get in the wind, because if you kill an innocent child, there's no excuses. You're evil MF. It ain't no way I would trust you with my baby. No freaking way. I don't care how nice. And I think that nice girl image, some of it was her, and some of it was an act. Yeah, some of it was her, some of it was an act. Because I would always ask her, like, man, you want to go to church every day now? What the hell? I think she was going to church every day, almost, at least 3 times a week. It's because she's probably trying to make amends for what she did. So, the reason why I'm bringing this up, fellas, we need to be asking more questions, especially if we just short-term dating. If we're just short-term dating, It's not necessarily for the monks. If we're short-term dating, we need to ask those type of questions. That way you know what you're dealing with. You're dealing with an evil MF. And especially chicks that have multiple abortions. Because I know I dated a chick that had multiple abortions. At the time, I was getting the milk for free. So I didn't care because she didn't get them with me. I didn't get her pregnant. She had got them before she met me. And I think she had got those 2 abortions. One at 18 and one at 19. I met her at 20. So it was a short-term dating scenario. I had her basically for 1 summer. Got tired of her, put her out. Had her moved in with me for a minute. Got tired of her, put her out. And she went out and got pregnant. Not once, but twice. Right after that. I've seen her since, and she don't give a damn about them kids. So don't. See, they don't mind when time comes, because I think she must have, mama or auntie or cousins might have told her, girl, you can't keep having abortions. You got to have these babies, or that you're gonna mess around and mess yourself up. So that's why, because she wanted to get an abortion for the 3rd time, because she called me, wanted me to take her. And I was like, I passed. I think I passed. And then she had the baby, then turned around and had another one. 2 different dudes. Hey, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, we gotta learn to ask more questions, and we gotta ask that question in such a way where we don't tip off our hand while we're asking it, because women are not completely stupid. They're stupid, but they're not completely stupid. And if we telegraph the question, they'll know that, okay, this is a minefield of a question. So you don't want to put on defense. You might probably want to bring it up by, and this goes a lot for you younger guys, because these girls be having abortions at 16, 15, 17. So this affects you young guys too. It's not just an old guy problem. This is the man problem, period. You might just want to ask her, what's her view? Is she pro-life or is she pro-choice? Maybe frame it into a political question. And based off of that, you should be able to tell by her passion which way she leans. They'll probably give you an indication, okay, where that subject sits in her spirit. Because just because the country allows you to kill your baby, don't mean it's right. Because men are not allowed to kill the baby. Because my thing is, if it was equitable, then let's say you tell her, hey, I don't want to have this baby. I don't want to be a father. She had a baby anyway. Why the father can't come and kill the baby? It's wrong, right? Exactly. That would be considered evil. He a monster. But why we don't look at the female when she does that as being a monster? Is she doing it because she is going to interfere with her social life? Check that out. Wow. It's going to be an inconvenience on her social life. So she decides to get rid of a precious life. And this is the type of woman you'll try to make a life with. Hell no. Hell to the no. So we need to get these questions thrust out early on if we're going to do short-term dating. So that way you know what you're dealing with. This type of chick, depending on her age, or be crying and whining it for you to hit it raw dog. You know what I mean? She's gonna be asking you to tell her, hey, give me that sushi special. Now she probably done graduated to the mindset of, okay, I'm ready to have a baby now, and I want to have the baby due to the fact that I want to use the baby as a hustle. You got some of them that don't mind killing because of convenience, and the other ones had a baby for so they can get a check. You got none of these women are for families. Nuclear family pretty much is over with. It's all what can be done for them. How can they benefit? How can they exploit? How can they come up? How can they level up? How can they finesse? How can they get over? That's what it's about. They can't get over on you, then they don't want to be bothered. They can't be bothered. So we need to be able to ask these questions, and we need to be able to pose these questions in terms of maybe a political question to get them to put their foot in their mouth and not even know that they done it. Because she didn't know she had put her foot in her mouth when I asked her that question. She know now. It's been 10 months. That was 10 months ago she told me. I ain't talked to her since. I blocked her on everything. Facebook, both of my phones, right? And any number that come from that area code, I didn't block. You get your friend phone all you want. I'm blocking their numbers too. Now she don't know. She probably still don't realize what she said. Maybe she do, maybe she don't. But I don't care one way or the other. The fact is, I can't make no family with you. Even if I really wanted to. The fact that I know that information, no, I never trust you. Spank my baby one time, I'll be ready to hit you in the head with a hammer. Because I feel it's unjust. So you whoop my baby too hard, or you too. But I see a lot of these women just jerking babies and yelling at them and screaming at them in stores and all kind of stuff because they got to deal with their kids now. Ain't no school. Ain't been no school for months. So they've been having to actually deal with these kids. They realized that they never really wanted these kids. The kids were just a check. So they yelling at them, telling them you make me sick, all kind of stuff. My mother used to say that stuff to me. And I was like, yeah, you're going to regret this shit when I get big. Yeah, you're going to regret this when I get big. Because when you get old, don't think you're going to be able to come stay with me. Don't think I'm going to be bailing you out of every situation. If you make stupid decisions at the beginning of your life, chances are, if they're not corrected, nobody corrects you. You're going to be making stupid decisions in your old age too. And sure enough, that's what you do. We got to learn to ask better questions, guys, and not be so direct. Ask them in a roundabout way, or maybe a series of questions that lead a person down a two-way street, and then it ends up into an alley that's a dead end. We got to ask questions like that, open-ended questions or whatever. I forgot the type of questions you got to ask in order to get the proper response that we're looking for, to get the truth out of women. because they lie so damn much. And we know it ain't all, but it's the majority. The majority. So it's messed up out here, guys. That's why it pays to be red pill. Man, it pays to be red pill. And you can basically hover over all of the BS. We're basically like helicopters. And we could just ascend and go as high as we want, and we can stop whenever we feel like it, just hover and look down at all the fuckery. I think that's a great analogy. We're like helicopters. You know what I mean? It's crazy. We can just look at all the fuckery and stay clear of it. BW's trying to bring me back into the Matrix. Nah. I don't want to do it. Sorry. I just swore off American women. Can't do it. It's basically, I heard somebody say, I can't remember exactly who it was, I watched so many people. So whoever said this, shout out to them. Dealing with women is like going up to a maze where there's no opening. Or it is an opening, but ain't no way out. You go in and you just go through the different caverns of the maze, and the only way you can, once you get in there, the only way you can go is back to square one, back to where you started. That's how it is dealing with them. So yeah, there's some evil women out here, guys. I don't know if and I'm sure the state use their think tanks to come up with these policies and these laws to allow them to run amok like this, and basically then weaponize the most evil side of women. So now they no good for themselves, they no good for the children, they no good to procreate with. You can't work beside them. You can't do nothing. You can't build with them. That's out the question. They drive you crazy. Yeah, they didn't weaponize the most evil nature. I guess the evil nature of women, and just unleashed it on the world. Now there's pockets of women here and there that's been slightly touched by it. They're not too far gone. You can bring them back. You know what I mean? They're not all the way feminazis. They just hypergamous. And we can deal with that. You deal with hypergamy by another woman's looks. That's my way of dealing with it. Oh, you started acting entitled? Okay. What if I get somebody to look better than you? Let's say you a 6 or a 7. Well, no, let's say you're a 5 and you all dolled up, you a 6.5. Well, I just go get a 6.5, and then when she get all dialed up, she a 7.5. That's how you deal with hypergamy. It is what it is. You learn the game and you master it, or you not play the game at all. My thing is I want to do both. Some days I choose not to deal with the game at all. Some days I want to play and master it. And then when I do, I get bored and I go back to not playing. Just like I do with chess. I mean, when I was in prison, I played chess almost every day. My father taught me at 11. And so I knew the fundamentals early on. But he died when I was 13. So I didn't really play much after that until I got to prison at 17 and a half. And I played every day, kicking butt. Do you hear me? I was one of the best everywhere I went. And I was so good, I was get bored of playing. Because I had mastered it. It was only like one dude. He was an older cat. I think I was 18. And I used to play a guy named Pops. Pops was like 62. And Pops used to beat, like basically, he used to beat the hell out of me. That went on for about, about 3 months. I played him every day for 3 months. Like 4 or 5 games a day. We in prison, we ain't got shit else to do. And he would beat me every game. And I would not allow him to quit. Because I'll be talking shit as he beating me. And that kept him engaged. So he wouldn't get bored of beating me. And then it got to the point where I got close enough and he would still beat me. Then it got to the point where I won that first game. I talked so much shit and told him that he'll never beat me again. And he was like, "Are you crazy? Are you drunk? What you been drinking?" I'm like, "I ain't been drinking nothing, man. You ain't gonna never beat me again, right?" I'm talking cash money shit. And he say, "All right, cool." Man, he played me for another 2 months. He never beat me. Man, he was it's like he hated my guts after that. You know what I mean? He would be talking shit. Even when we wasn't playing chess, he'd be talking shit to me. Cause I'd be talking shit. You know what I mean? You let this young dude come in, don't really even know, just know how the pieces move basically. And after 90 days, you can't beat me? Oh man, you running around here talking about, everybody talking about you the champ. I'm the champ now. You know what I mean? I'm 18, talking cash money shit. But he never did beat me again. It got to a point where he was so disgusted with himself that he wouldn't play me no more. So I started beating everybody else. And then I got transferred from that dorm, went somewhere else, started beating people over there. Then I went to another spot, started beating people over there. And then it got to the point where very few people could beat me. I would almost have to like lose concentration and be thinking about something else and just grab a piece and move it for somebody to actually beat me. And if that did happen, they'd be all super happy. And I'd be like, man, the only reason why you beat me because I lost my thought. I was thinking about home or thinking about this or thinking about that. I said, I guarantee you'll never beat me again. And every time I said that, nobody ever beat me again. So I got to the point where I was so good, about 22, nobody in the penitentiary could beat me. And I just said, you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired. No, let me take that back. It was one guy that could beat me. One guy that could beat me. I forgot about that guy. And we became buddies. But I could not beat him. I was like the second best, I should say. correction. I remember now. It's been so long, guys. I've been out 25 years, so y'all gotta forgive me. Yeah, it was one guy who I couldn't beat, and I would beat him. Well, let's say if we played 5 games in a day, I'll win 1. He'll win 4, like 4 in a row. Like if I beat him the first game, because I come out swinging, and I might get the better of him, get him back on his heels, and win, he'll win the next 4 convincingly. Like he'd be pissed. And he was older too. He was like in his early 50s, and I might have been 22 then. And he was just too good. But now keep in mind, that guy had listen to this, fellas, 900 years. 900 years. Very good, talented brother, man. And so I gave up. Like, fuck it, man, I can't beat him. Because he had been, when I met him, he had been down 23 calendars already. He had did 23 calendars. And when I say calendars, I mean calendar year. We did 23 years when I met him, and we became friends. He was like a dad figure to me, and he used to cook for me. I used to buy the food, and he would cook it up, and we would share it and eat. But I couldn't beat him, so I gave up. I would play everybody else but him. You know what I mean? But he had been playing way more than me all day. I mean, he would play all day long. We had got so good at playing that he'll set up 2 chessboards next to each other, had 2 different people sitting in them chairs, and he would play both games simultaneously and smash both people. So I said, man, I saw him doing that. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna start doing that. So I got to the point where I was able to do it, and but I still couldn't do nothing with him. And that takes, I mean, my brain would literally be on fire inside my skull. But I used to love it. I used to love it. I worked out, hell, 3 hours a day. I was super swole. Played chess the rest of that time, and then that's only when I wasn't in school, because I got my GED there. I got my 2-year associate degree there. I got my welding, my 9-month welding, industrial welding certificate there. Plus I was a TA, taught welding and technical math. So I mean, it was a great experience for me. That's why I could be out here and be killing the game, because I know what it is to struggle and to work through the struggle. I mean, I've been tested. Now, since I got out, I haven't played many games. I taught my son, and I used to crush him. Matter of fact, I don't think my son ever beat me. He's good. I started teaching him, I think, around 7 or 8. And we played from 7 or 8 all the way up till he was about 15. But he's never been able to beat me. And, you know, we would be playing chess out in the open. People would walk up and see me dog walking them, and they'll sit down and try to help them. So it'd be 2 people. I'm like, oh, hey, y'all just don't know. I'm used to this. Yeah, I'm used to 2 people trying to beat me. So now it makes it even better, because both of y'all will be thinking about a move, and either way, it's a good scenario for me. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just wanted to bring it up just to kind of let you all know that it's okay to play the game and master it, and then once you master it, you tend to not want to play any longer, and then you move on to something else. So that's kind of how I see short-term dating. I gonna master it, but protect myself against all deceptions. Okay? But these are some of the things I'm doing. But lately, I've been solo dolo for 9 months now, ever since I stopped talking to my African girlfriend. I've been solo dolo. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna get another one. But it won't be until I go back. Won't be until I go back and I have my ticket. Yes, indeed. I don't know if I told you guys, but I got my ticket. I'm gonna be leaving. I think September 10th, something like that. Yeah, I have to look at it again, but yeah, September 10th. So I'm probably gonna be gone pretty much all of September. So if you see I'm not posting no comment, just know I'm alright. I got a ticket, and I'm probably gonna be gone for a whole month. I don't know if I got a quarantine when I fly into my final destination. I haven't worked out all the kinks yet, but hey, however it come, I'm willing to deal with it. If I got a quarantine, come on with it. But I'm gonna finally get a chance to get up out of here. And I can't wait, because I've been basically working for 9 months straight. I've had days off here and there, but I haven't taken a vacation. So now this is gonna be my first vacation of the year. And you better believe I'm gonna be gone for at least 30 days. I'm gonna make it count, baby. I'm gonna make it count. Corona or no corona. You dig? Take my vitamins and all my antivirals with me. I got plenty masks. I've been working out good, nice and healthy and strong. So yeah, come on with it. Yeah, guys, your boy gonna get a chance to get out the country. I almost feel like a runaway slave over here. Shit. I supposed to left in March. Got canceled in March. Got canceled in April. Got canceled in May. We skipped June. Got canceled in July. And now we're looking at September. Hey, it is what it is. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm gonna document the fun parts for you guys, because I will hit a couple strip clubs, and I definitely will be hitting up the nightclubs, the little party spots. I will be hitting them up. And I will be interacting, co-mingling. So maybe I'll get you guys something to look at. Who knows? To be continued. All right, we'll see what kind of stuff I can get y'all to see. We'll see. I got some stuff in mind, so we'll see. Cause I got an OnlyFans. I plugged it up already. I didn't really know what I was gonna do with it. I just got it. But now I figured out something I can do with it. So we might give you guys a show and get you to go over there and get some money popping off, get some monetization happening. And I'm gonna get you something. I'm gonna try to get you something worthwhile. So we'll see. But okay, guys. I done talked your ear off. I'm at an hour now, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you all go. It's gonna take all day to upload this. And hope you guys are doing well. Hope you all are being good stewards of your health. I hope you all are working out. Hope you all are looking into getting coaching, personal trainers. Let's become the best version of ourselves that we can become. We need to dominate the masculine space. We need to dominate the masculine space. The only way we're gonna do that, we gotta get our eating, our dieting, get our diet under control, get our bodies right, get our mind right, stay out of the meat grinder, and get our paper right, and dominate this business space so we can become the best men on the planet. We got all the knowledge. We got all the missteps, all the mistakes. We know what not to do now. We done made every mistake in the book. It didn't cost us dearly. Some men, it didn't cost them their lives. Not only their livelihood and their finances, it didn't cost some of them their lives. So we should know, hey, how to get this thing right now. For our own sakes. So, hope you guys are inspired, because I am. I get to reinvent myself. You know, I'm what they call an empty nester. It's all about me now. And so now I get to live the life that I've always wanted to live. And live it unapologetically. I ain't making no excuses for it. I'm gonna live bold and be in your face. If you don't like it, oh well. You'll live. But okay, guys, love you all. Peace and hair grease.